More of our exclusive sit-down with Ozzy Osbourne. In our first hour, he revealed he is adjusting to life with a form of Parkinson's.
74-year-old Ozzy Osbourne collapsed backstage minutes before his final bow, yet still walked on and roared through Paranoid.
3 months I was in absolute diabolical agony. Everybody thought I was going to die, you know. To be honest with you, the way I felt, death would have been a welcome gift.
Fans are split. Miracle comeback or tragic exploitation? Tonight we're unpacking every leaked text, doctor's warning, and behind-the-curtain meltdown. Buckle up. This wasn't just any last gig from any artist. No, this is Ozzy Osbourne, the man who quite literally shaped the DNA of heavy metal. Let's be real and raw here. Most fans had already prepared to say goodbye. After Ozzy Osbourne was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2020, along with the strings of intense surgeries throughout the years, fans weren't shocked when he announced that he was officially done with touring. To give a brief timeline for those who do not know, Ozzy's health issues stem all the way back to 2003. He sustained a ton of major injuries during a bike accident, and although he was fit enough to carry on with basic life activities, his body never fully healed and recovered from the trauma he endured. So when in 2019, Ozzy accidentally fell in his home and injured his spine, his mental health was deeply affected too. When asked how he felt about the constant operations he had, Ozzy replied, "It's all right. I've had that much surgery in the last few years that it's just like going for a expletive haircut now." But then, the ball really dropped when Black Sabbath revealed they'd be reuniting with Ozzy for one last show, sending the internet into a frenzy. The hype machine? Fully operational. Ozzy performing his very last show in Birmingham left fans over the edge. To fans, this felt like a farewell from the rock legend himself, sadly. The very same city that Black Sabbath came to be was now soon to be the witness to its very own end. As nostalgic as fans felt about his last show being performed in Birmingham, they were more concerned if Ozzy could even withhold performing in the first place. All over social media, discussions sparked from concerned fans and their feelings about the situation. Fans felt that maybe Ozzy shouldn't perform, while others chalked up his desire to come on stage one last time as a crucial end to his legacy. One user on Reddit said, "Despite everything Ozzy put himself through, despite the chaos, the darkness, and the wild years, he was still here to be on stage one last time and give us that moment. Knowing everything we do about him and his life, we probably shouldn't have had this chance at all. But we did. And it feels like a gift, one final thank you from a man who gave us his entire soul through his music, and who now gets to hear us say thank you back." The night of the concert didn't feel like just another show. The energy in the crowd was something else. Yes, fans were screaming, people were yelling and singing along like any other concert, but there was this emotional vibe in the air. Fans did take notice of Ozzy. He looked older and a bit shaky, but you could still see that spark never left him. And when he started singing Paranoid, the whole crowd lost it. Everyone was shouting the lyrics like it was their last chance. There weren't any long speeches or big finales, just Ozzy doing his thing like he's always done. His last goodbye hit people hard. This wasn't just the end of his career, but the end of an era. Yet not everyone felt the same. Right after the concert, some critics were quick to call it exploitative. How could fans show up? For what? To watch a person in poor health go against the limitations of their body? A few said it was honestly hard to watch, like Ozzy didn't always seem fully there. Hence the conversations about the ethics of letting someone perform in that kind of condition. But then on the flip side, hardcore fans were defending him all over social media. To them, it wasn't about being perfect. It was about Ozzy showing up, giving what he had left, and saying goodbye his way. Behind the scenes, Ozzy was quite happy. It was clear he wanted to do this. He wasn't pressured by his friends, family, or even fans. If he was going to go out, it was going to be on his terms and his terms only. Photos of Ozzy hanging out with Sharon, Tom Morello, and the rest of the band were posted online. He wanted his last moment on stage and made sure he was going to get it. Backstage, he was apparently cracking jokes, thanking the crew, and just soaking it all in. Some people said he got emotional for a second, but then he'd bounce right back with some wild story or a goofy smile. It was like classic Ozzy, just older and, well, maybe a little bit slower. This whole thing brings up a pretty big question. When should legends actually step away? Like, where's the line between going out with a bang and maybe going too far? People started comparing Ozzy to guys like Mick Jagger or Elton John, who are still out there performing, somehow keeping it together. But even then, it's different for everyone. Ozzy's body took way more of a beating, and his health struggles have been public for years. Some say he should have retired quietly, that this final show pushed it too far. Others argue that doing it his way, on his own terms, matters more than hitting every note or moving like he used to. Yeah, it might have been risky. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. But maybe that's the point. Maybe legends don't need to go out flawless. Maybe they just need to go out real. Looking back, it makes sense why people were kinda split. Some fans felt like the show was too much, like maybe he should have stopped earlier. Others thought it was awesome that he even showed up and gave it everything he had. Honestly, both takes are fair. But either way, you can't ignore what Ozzy's done. He's been doing this for decades. The guy basically helped create heavy metal. He's been wild, fearless, and totally dedicated from day one. So yeah, Ozzy gave us one last show. Whether it was too much or just enough, that was his goodbye. Let us know what you think in the comments below. The best comment will get pinned. Until then, keep looking.